Welcome to Mentoring with the Masters. In this segment, you are going to be hearing from Susan Fox. She is going to be discussing with you the 6 steps to improving your legal writing. Susan is a past professor at the University of Florida. She has also been board certified in appellate practice for the past 20 years. Susan is also past chair of the Appellate Rules Committee as well as past chair of the appellate section of the Florida Bar. Without further ado, here is Susan Fox.
Hi, my name is Susan Fox, and I'm here to talk about 6 steps towards improving your legal writing. The first step is to write for your reader. You may be writing for a client, for a trial judge, an appellate judge, or another lawyer who may or may not know the area of law you're writing about. Adjust your writing accordingly. In some cases, you spoon feed the reader, and otherwise, you summarize the basics and get right to the heart of the issue. Second, strive for readable writing. Don't make your reader work to understand you. Use normal words, not legalese. Use short declarative sentences, subject, verb, object, without a lot of additional clauses. Use longer sentences if necessary to avoid choppy writing, but that's the exception, not the norm. And don't go for Victor Hugo's record of 823 words. Write short paragraphs. Use headings and subheadings to break up big blocks of text and reinforce your outline. Be sure there's white space on the page that's not in the margin. Use a simple, coherent structure that you follow consistently throughout your writing. If you can, give your rough draft to an innocent bystander for feedback. Maybe you can find another lawyer who will trade pieces with you in this manner. Third rule is be direct. Write as if you mean what you say. Write with authority. Have confidence in your research, and this will show in your writing. Use the active voice on points that favor your case. The passive voice sounds weak and uncertain, and you can use it, but reserve it for dealing with the negative aspects of your case. Clear writing requires a clear flow of thought and requires elimination of unnecessary verbiage. It takes longer, but it results in a shorter, more concise piece of writing. As Mark Twain famously said, I would have written you a shorter letter if only I'd had the time. Fourth, have a plan, make an outline, structure your argument before you start to write, stick to your outline, and don't leave widowed thoughts out here and there, as I just did. The opening sentences or paragraphs, like the summary of argument in an appellate brief, should tell your readers where they're going. You write those last. The conclusion should tell your readers where they've been. Consider writing those first. For example, the court should reverse because of reasons A, B, C, and D. The discussion should then progress towards that conclusion in a logical fashion using subheadings and following your outline. With a topical sentence at the beginning of each section that states the relevant points to be made, and after that giving the authorities, and then if necessary, distinguishing any opposing authorities. Don't just wander along and eventually figure out what you're going to say. Say something like this: the general rule is X. Supporting this are cases A and B. An exception, Y, applies under Z conditions. Supporting this is case C. Use direct quotes on key points. Yes, they do sound more authoritative. The fifth rule is to revise and revise. It can always be clearer, shorter, better, and easier to follow, especially if you have a client who's willing to pay you for your best work, or in a contingency case, if you're not going to get paid unless you win. Don't forget to proofread carefully and check your citations and your citation form. All the credibility you build up with good, forceful writing can be undone by one stupid mistake. So leave time between the bulk of the writing and the final proofreading and editing so that you can read your work with fresh eyes. Rule number 6, read the masters. For general writing, it's Strunk and White, The Elements of Style. There's a reason it's held up well for 80 years. For legal writing, study anything by Garner or any opinion written by Chris Altenbernd or his article, Confessions of a Legal Grease Monkey. If you read enough legal writing by authors like these, you'll start to write like them, and that would be a good thing. Thank you.